So I'm going to be showing you guys what I do for my art introduction students. I separate each day's assignment by day in the update page of Schoology. So, here will be like a list of things that they will have to get done for that day. And then there in the material section, there is folders that correspond for each day's work. So we're going to be focusing on day 17. So for that, they're going to have to watch the EdPuzzle video on how to draw using the technique citing and measuring proportion. And there's a link provided there for them. On this day, I decided that I'm going to start giving them a grade for watching the whole video because I was seeing that it was evident in their work that they were not watching the whole video. And so now they're getting a grade for it. Then they have to choose a still life picture to draw from the still life assignment and spend at least 1 hour drawing their still life photo using citing and measuring proportion. And then they have to submit a photo of their work into the assignment still life drawing. So if we would go to the material page, so that was going to be under, what was that, day 17, so we're in week 4 there. So you'll see week 4, day 17, and everyone has a day of the week and the date for it, so Friday, November 20th. You'll see here in this assignment that there's a short list of directions. Choose one of the attached photos for the drawing. And in the images here, they can choose any one of these photos to draw. So there's some choice. Some are easier than others are more challenging, so they can decide, what level they want to do. And then they have to draw a contour still life drawing, use the drawing technique citing and measuring proportion from the video. And then here's the rubric. They have to show me that they've done citing, proportion, and effort. If we jump to the EdPuzzle video, I break my videos down into a series of steps that they have to follow. It's fairly simple, and then I ask them questions as we go through that assess their understanding of the drawing techniques that we've previously learned. The video also reviews the whole step process at the end, and then it checks for their understanding as just like an extra measure so they know what they need to actually be drawing. My videos are very comprehensive, at least I think they are, because I show them every little step of the process, not just in like this graphic, but also whenever I physically start drawing later on in the video. I show them how to hold the pencil, how to sit when you're drawing, whenever using the technique citing and measuring proportion. But here in this beginning stage, you can't hear it because I've muted this, but I'm talking about the importance of just analyzing the object. If you really want to get good at drawing, you have to learn how to analyze what's in front of you by taking the time of looking at the positive and negative shapes and the area between them. So that's what I'm discussing right now. In addition, this video also explains what materials you're going to be using and where to find them. So in every art portfolio for every single student, I have a paper for every assignment, and every piece of paper is labeled. So as you can imagine, they have everything for 45 days. How many papers that must be in labels? It was a lot. But there's a stack of papers called labeled drawing exercise paper. So they were to draw on their exercise paper. And then I also stated for them to use a 2H pencil whenever they're drawing, as well as maybe an eraser if they felt like they would need it. As I'm drawing in this video, I'm stating that, they're expected to show me citing lines, that they broke the objects down into simple shapes by really not erasing any of this foundational drawing. So these are not going to look like perfect still lifes. I want to see the citing lines, the basic shapes within the modified contour form that they end up with, so I know and see that it's evident in the work that they truly followed the steps outlined in this video. If we go back, I have a due date for this assignment, and that is on Friday, November 20th. Normally every day an assignment is given, it is due that day. Even when we're doing like a longer project, which is clearly going to take us more than 1 day to do, I'll still break that project down into daily tasks. So like for our big Zentangle drawing, I'll say, okay, today your goal is to get a quarter of this done. And then like the next day would be, okay, get half of it done. And then show me a picture of your work in progress. And that's pretty much it. That's how I break things down. I I give the daily agendas, and I always make that like an announcement on top too, so even if they're in the material section, that announcement of what they have to do is still there, so they can easily refer back to that as they find their daily tasks for the day. Hope this makes sense, and if you guys have any feedback on how I can make this better, I would greatly appreciate it.